Could you just advise the fans as to those issues, please?
I'm gonna be 100% honest here. I was being 100% dumb and stupid. Number one, um, I was that guy. Saw this slap on video on YouTube, whatever. And I was like, I'm a pro wrestler. I had a couple of concussions. I've taken chair shots in my head. I can hack it. Yeah, I can do it. Applied, and we did a Zoom interviews, meetings, and everything. And I had to go through these medicals, blood tests, MRI, ARI, and all that process. They booked the flight tickets, and I know what was the pay structure was, whether if you lose, win. I know all that, and I was like, oh, if when I get knocked out, I'll get so and so money. And I started a promotion here in Marietta, Georgia, early this year on February, and I want to do something good for independent professional wrestlers. I want to bring them an opportunity, and I have a vision, I have a goal, and sometimes finance is something like it's a big obstacle for you. And I don't have any uncles or cousins who runs gas stations, motels, or grocery store, so I'm here by myself. So I was like, oh, okay, UFC Powerslap, great opportunity. Number one, I'll get paid even if I get knocked out, and I will use that money to run a show. That was my mindset. And second, hey, if I knock the other guy down, bingo, I'll be more popular, right? I get more money. So when they're, and this is what people don't understand. For normal human being, what they're seeing is two people standing next to against each other in the middle of the table, just slapping each other and knock them out. That's the picture. That's what you see. But there's so much behind the scenes, and that's like just like MMA. You have to make the weight. They do have weight category: lightweight, light heavyweight. I think heavyweight, super heavyweight, something like that. So I was in a light heavyweight category. So I was supposed to be on 204, under 204. But when I got there, I was 208. I was over 4 pounds, and I had to make the weight. So I had 2 days. So first day I did all my paperwork. Second day we have the power slap, but you have to make the weight. So early morning, 6 o'clock, I'm going to UFC Performance Center, which was awesome. Got a chance to work out there. Then you have to cut 4 pounds. And as a personal trainer, I will never recommend rapid weight loss, something like this. So I was using steam, jacuzzi, sauna, steam, and all that after workout. Like 3, 4 hours, I did cut the weight. I cut 5 pounds in 3 hours. Now
Wow.
I'm going check my weight, make my weight. It really messed up my appetite. So I barely have any water in my system. I have no food, and I've been drinking the Logan Paul's Prime thing, and now I have no energy at all. Now you get some opportunity to practice, so you have that big rubber dummy for 45 minutes to an hour. I was smacking that dummy with my hands on top of I have no food, nothing. I'm not saying any excuses. I'm not coming. I'm just saying this was my body. It was that time period. So I have no energy, nothing like that, and I'm smacking this dummy back and forth with my bare hands. My hands were swollen. I have no energy. My hands are getting weak. Now I get a chance to go out there. So I kind of knew that I'm kind of like so tired. But when you look at the UFC Power Slap season two, season one, most of the people who win the toss, they have the higher chances to win. They because they get to slap first. But then what fantastic was I they played my entrance music. I got a chance to do my wrestling entrance and all that. And I got into the podium and I see Dana White sitting right there. And now it hits me. Oh, it's real. Now you have these 360-degree cameras, you have movie cameras, you have the spotlight, you have legends, celebrities sitting there. I started getting a little bit nervous. I get a chance to slap him. I hit him as hard as I could possibly, like, with all the energy I had. His name is Cody. And he didn't blink. There was no reaction from his face. And I was like, holy shit. And his palm is kind of like bigger than my face. And I kind of knew, or I kind of felt like I'm going to die. This is probably going to be my last day in this world. And they will give you this mouthpiece, mouth guard. So whenever you eat, whenever you take a slap, you're supposed to chew it, like bite it hard as possible, work on your jaw muscles, work against the slap somehow, But I was in a shock of the reaction that I got from this guy. There was no reaction. I couldn't process it.
Mm.
For some reason, I couldn't bite. And to be honest with you, I don't remember what happened. I was out for almost 30 minutes. I had no idea who I was, where I was, and what I was doing. And I could remember doctors, actually AJ, one of the fighter came to me, he was like, "Hey bro, you okay?" And then I realized, oh, AJ. And then of course doctors checked me, and I had a really, really bad concussion. And of course I got paid. I used that money, every single penny, every single dime, to run my promotion, run the show. But what cost me was short-term memory loss, and concussion is not a joke. I couldn't sleep for a few days. I was throwing up, and I was dropping off my girlfriend to a school for over, 1, 2 years, and I was going to the same place, and I was on my way to pick her up, and I forgot where I was going, and things like that started happening. So this was my UFC Power Slap experience. Will I ever go back? Hell no.
Mm-hmm. Well, having been hit in the head in November with a briefcase and had a concussion myself, I know it's no joke. Wanting to ask, though, in terms of the protocols that were in place for concussions with CTE and the absolute nightmare that is, what exactly did they do for you following that unfortunate knockout?
As far I know, I don't think there is any big treatment for concussions, but they gave me um, a couple of like multivitamins, and oh, I don't really remember what it was. It's just they gave me like a bag of some stuff, like, and I had to take it. A few multivitamins and some medications. I remember it wasn't anything like prescribed medications, but yeah, that's it. I mean, they checked my eyes and that, but they didn't really give me any prescribed medication. But I think they gave me some multivitamins, whatever it was. Yeah, because I had concussions before in the ring, and it was different.
Mm.
Even though I was never was out, but here I was out, and I'm looking myself on TV when they aired this episode. Here I am down, I'm sitting in a chair, that I'm talking to people, and I'm like, I don't remember any of these things. And I'm giving fist bumps to some of the guys, and I'm walking to the locker room. I was like, yeah. So after the concussions, I mean, that was pretty much it. And yeah, they gave me like a doctor's note saying like, I was suspended. I can't compete in any compact sports for over 30 or 40 days. I have to take rest and all that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, for those that have been highly critical of the power slap phenomenon, again, a lot of MMA folks are not fans for whatever reason. Some are, some are. With this extreme, legitimate trauma that you experience in this endeavor, how do you think it's something that's going to grow or defendable, given again all we know about CTE?
Well, I would never call power slap a sport. It's a competition. It's total luck. Of course, you got to put your work in, but then you're coming across with people who've been doing construction, general laborers, all kind of people from all kind of community. You're not getting an opportunity to fight back. In MMA, you use your hands, elbows, knees, and everything, and you block the punches, and you're literally showing your face, "Hey, slap me." You're doing this to yourself, and nobody's forcing anyone to do it. And I don't think it will last forever because, like you said, because of the injury. When something bad happens, I really hope it won't. But when something bad happens, they're probably gonna drew that attention from the whole world, and that's the time maybe Dana White or whoever is running it. They'll be like, it's time to close it because again, I will never call Power Slap a sport. It's a competition, and it's a luck too. But that's where I see because I don't really think after so many injuries and concussions, you really want to run something like this. MMA is different. You can come out and say, "Hey, the boxers or MMA fighters are taking kicks to the head." It's totally different. They're not showing their face and asking for a punch, and you're
Mhm.
literally getting slapped to the face. When you get slaps, of course, you're literally shaking the brain cells and your skull. So it's a totally, I'm sure CTE, that's for sure. I don't know if I have it. Maybe but again, there's no cure. There's nothing that any doctors can do it. Unfortunately, I mean, they're still studying on this. But if anybody want to really go out there and do this for the money, yeah, sure. Um, but again, it's not fun. Everything else is
Mhm.
fun that
Mhm.
comes with it. The hospitality,
Mhm.
the money, everything is good except getting slapped on the face.